Hi guys, I'm James McIntosh and today I'm joined with our new signing. He signed from Brighton and he's a new youngster. He signed on loan because it's none other than Harry Lee. Harry, how does it feel to have joined Gosport?
Yeah, feels great. Thank you very much. Yeah, happy to get the deal over the line in the end.
Well, Harry, I have to admit, I think I've known about you signing for Gosport for a few weeks now because I saw you follow us on social media and that's always a big green tick in my eyes. So I love that. But for the fans who don't know you, can you just give us a little bit of a rundown of your career so far?
Yeah, so I'm Harry Lee. I'm a right back or right wing back um, from Brighton Hove Albion. Come through the academy, signed there at the age of 13, and now this is my first senior loan. So very excited to get started.
And then when doing my research, I did find out something very cool about you. You played for the England under 16 squad, and can you tell the viewers a bit about that?
Yeah, so it was at the start of my under 16 season at Brighton. Um, I remember getting the call, or my mum got the call actually, first of all, from my manager. And he first of all said I was on standby, which I thought was brilliant. And then a couple of days later, I realised I was going to be in the camp and in the squad. Um, so, yeah, really proud achievement for me. I went to St George's Park, the England training ground, for around I think a 4 or 5 day camp, and then started a game against Scotland
Wow.
um, on the final day.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad game to play in, is it, against Scotland?
Yeah,
I mean, your rivals as well.
yeah,
but but no, that is really awesome. And like you just said there, you've clearly got great talent, and you've been playing in the under 18s Premier League team with Brighton. So you're coming against some of the best players in the country, and maybe even the world, because obviously we import some of the best players in the world. But do you feel, football-wise, you've got a lot to offer to this Gosport team?
absolutely, yeah, definitely. The under 18 Premier League, obviously, there's a lot of great players in that, up and coming talents. Um, of course, going to Gosports now is going to be very different, getting used to men's football and senior football. But it's something I'm really looking forward to. I think I've got lots to offer, and can be a great addition to the squad.
And you said about it's your first stint playing in men's football here. And I feel like this is an important aspect for every young footballer, at least in the academy system. So, like you said, you came through the academy, and so far you've only been playing against people your age. But now you're going to be coming into men's football. So, you're going to be playing defensive, obviously. That's your role. And that's already traditionally a very physical role. And now you're going to be going into a physical league. And do you think this will really boost your footballing skills going forward?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's something for me that's going to be a really positive thing going into men's football. I'll certainly learn a lot, um, and yeah, I'm excited to get started with it. We play obviously for Brighton in our league. We play against people our age group, um, but in the pre-season and sometimes during the season we get friendlies against men's teams. So this season I've already played against Basingstoke in pre-season, so I got a feel for that. And those games I always really enjoy. I like having the physical battles with uh, with other players from other teams. Um, so yeah, definitely something to look forward to.
And when joining Gosport, what were your key reasons for joining the team?
Yeah, so first of all, I spoke to Pat. He came into Brighton and had a watch of training, and I really like sort of his style of play. Him and Joe as well. Um, Obviously, they get the balance right of playing a really good style of football, which is very similar to Brighton, but also they have the mindset that they need to win games because at the end of the day, that's what matters in football.
Well, I'm glad you said about Pat and Joey there, because that perfectly links to my next question. Because last season we had someone called Toby Stewart on loan. You may know him, but he played for Pompey, and now he's back on loan with I think it's National League team now. But is that the
Yeah,
hope for you now? Because you're getting this men's football experience, do you want to try and push through the leagues now?
definitely. Yeah. Obviously, my aim and my goal is to play at the top level, um, and obviously this is the start of my journey. Um, so definitely playing playing with Gosport will get me great exposure. Will will improve my game massively, and obviously I want to do really well with Gosport as well, and hopefully we can push for promotion this season.
And then something you would have already had a taste with, it would have been at Frome because you were on the bench, but you would have seen the packed out AEI Stadium. And how looking forward are you to getting in front of the Gosport fans, playing in front of them? Arguably, probably one of the best fan bases in non-league, in my opinion, at least definitely in our league.
Absolutely, yeah. So in pre-season, after first speaking to Joe, I actually came and watched a couple games. Um, one being away, one being at the stadium. So I sort of got a feel for the fans already, and then yeah, being on the bench in that game was great for me to see. Sort of the lads up front, meet everybody, watch the game from the bench, and then get an idea of the atmosphere those fans can create in there, which is really good. So that's something I'm certainly looking forward to is playing with the fans behind us. Yeah.
And you alluded to it earlier, and I guess it links nicely with this next point as well. You said about how you were watching a team and you think your playing philosophy really fits how Pat and Joe want to play. And then watching the last two games in particularly, have you already spotted bits that you do really like about this Gosport team, how we play? And are you already thinking how you can adapt your style of football into Gosport?
Definitely, yeah. There are lots of things in and out of possession that I really like about our style of play. Um, Obviously, me being a right hand sided player, I like to get forward a lot and get back a lot. So they sort of have the freedom for the wide players to sort of go forward, support the attack, get crosses in the box, but then also come back, do the defensive work, win my battles, which is something I take a lot of pride in. So, so without giving too much away, it's definitely a system that I can see myself fitting into.
Well, Harry, hopefully we get a proper glimpse of you this Saturday when we take on Winchester. And what are your pre-match thoughts ahead of the game? In my opinion, it could be a massive game, really. Lost our first two, but I feel Winchester against one of our local rivals, it gives us a real good chance to get out of this rut we're currently stuck in.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, no one likes to lose the first two games of the season, but it's a long road ahead, and I think this game coming up quickly gives us a chance to really bounce back and show what we can do. Because obviously the lads have shown that in the pre-season. From being in training yesterday, everyone still had a really positive mindset, was looking forward to the game, and yeah, everybody wants to win this one.
Well, Harry, I'm sure you're going to smash it. And to end the interview, I get all the new players to say our club motto, up the borough. So can you end the interview by saying our little motto?
Yes, up the borough.
And final words from me, up the borough.